Welcome to the KBR walk and talk, and today the weather's not looking too good, so I just want to get out quickly before it starts pouring down. And I thought, yeah, let's get it done, because I was going to come out yesterday and then the weather wasn't looking too good. I was a bit tired, but anyway, push that to one side. So I was going to talk about Trump, which I will do. I'll get onto that in a bit, but I just want to pick up on what happened in Liverpool yesterday. So about 5:41 UK time, so GMT, there was this car which drove through the crowd, and there's always reports, there's videos, but it looks dodgy to me, because I'm not saying it didn't happen, obviously it did, but there's a lot of things wrong with the picture. Basically they said it's a white man, 53 years old, and I don't think they've actually released the image. The media did put out an image. Basically it was a guy who attacked a police van, so got them mixed up, but they haven't officially put out a picture, from what I know, of the driver. So yeah, it needs to be looked into more detail. The police are saying, oh, don't look into the pictures too much and the video footage, and let them do their job. But the thing is that the same situation as when they're supposed to look into the Manchester bombing, but all the cameras are turned off in the arena, and they still, it was either turned off or they not released the footage. So it's funny that it's like Westminster, the bridge attack, there's no footage, and there's no footage of when Diana died in the underpass in Paris. So any of these cameras keep getting turned off, or the footage is not available to the public. So yeah, I don't know exactly what happened, but there's a lot of dodgy things about it. Like the police, there had been a line of police, there had been barriers. Why was that car there? Is this guy really a white man, or is it just they're pretending it is because they don't want to tell the truth? Because the same with the Southport murders, they didn't come clean with that straight away. But yeah, just leave it there. Yeah, I need to look into it more and find out all the other inconsistencies and what is the possibility behind it, and what is the reason behind it. Is there a psyop? Is it an agenda? Are they trying to push a narrative? Because they use these events all the time to carry out agendas. But yeah, let's move on to Trump now. Oh yeah, I was just going to talk about Trump, but what really pisses me off is you can't have anywhere in this country where you just have a normal river which is clean and no shit in it, but some dickhead decides to chuck a shopping trolley in it. Hey, what is with these people? Do they want everywhere to look like a shithole? It really annoys me. It really pisses me off. We have all this beauty and people just want to chuck litter in the river, and it's like, let's just make everywhere look crap. Let's not take pride in where we live. It's these people, it just winds me up. We can have really nice towns and cities and villages to live in, but you can always get people who ruin it for the others. But yeah, let's get on to Trump. So Trump said on day one, I believe it was, that he's gonna get rid of all US debt. So when I checked this morning, the US debt level is 36,901,000,000,000. So I've been checking it over the last few days, so it's gone up 10 billion in like 3 days. And this is coming from a man who's got Musk in the Doge Department of Government Efficiency, and also, yeah, this is the same guy. When he took over in 2017, the US debt level was 20.2 trillion, and then when he left office in 2021, the debt level was 28.4 trillion. So he raised the US debt level by $8 trillion. And now it's standing at almost 37 trillion. So not only is he putting the US in more debt, he's also causing a lot of disruption in the stock markets and currency markets, because each time he comes out with his tariffs, he's going to put 50% tariffs on the EU and 25% tariffs on Apple iPhones made outside America, and then he was going to put massive tariffs on China, which has been paused for now, tariffs on Southeast Asian nations to try and blackmail them to buy more US food, and Boeing aeroplanes, which are unsafe because the dye directive, and they're just employing people based on what sexual orientation they have and what ethnicity they are. But yeah, there you go. And also, what was I going to say? Yeah, and then Trump, the first 100 days in office, he's raised, no, actually, he spent more than 200 billion more than he did last year in the first 100 days. So yeah, 37 trillion. So that's on top of Japan being massively in debt. UK is officially 3.1 trillion in debt, but really it's about 4.8 trillion. So the 3.1 trillion debt, its official level, means everyone is saddled with £50,000 of debt. Taxpayers are saddled with £87,000 of debt. So basically that is owed to the Bank of England, which is a private company, the same as the Federal Reserve. As I was quoting allegedly Dave Murphy. He's got some good stuff in his video. He's one of the best out there, I'd say. Watch his videos, they're really interesting. Does talk a lot of sense. And yeah, so these private banks basically loan the money to the government. The taxpayer funds the government. It's forced on the taxpayer and the citizens. And that's the thing with government, it's supposed to be serving us, but it's not, because it's basically, by voting and by supporting the system, you're giving the power to them, and then they decide where to spend the money. And you can look this up. It's supposed to be us what decide on everything, but because we allow the system to continue, this is why we're in this mess. And it doesn't matter, you vote Labour, Conservatives, Reform, they're all the same. They're all in there to get rich and to serve their masters. So it's pointless voting. It's like here in Lincolnshire, they installed a Greater Lincolnshire mayor without no referendum. They just went ahead and done it. And all these people who voted for it, you're just supporting that system. You don't want to support it. It's like the councils, we should be supporting them. It's like we could set up our bin collections ourselves. We could just pay, like if we want to opt in and say, oh, I want my bins collected every week or whatever, we pay for it ourselves instead of paying council tax. And why can't we have private security forces doing our security? So basically they could be funded through donations, and then when you use them, pay a set fee. But instead we're paying the council, and half the time they're doing stuff we don't even want them to do. It's like, how many people want carbon neutral buses and everything else, and investing in all these scams and these energy schemes, what nobody wants. Nobody wants to see the countryside covered in solar panels or wind power turbines which don't work most of the time. They're just sitting there idle, and then they can't be recycled. The parts are just dumped in a field somewhere. The solar panels don't work most of the time. Like, look, it's not even, this is May, yeah? Look at the sky. Where's the sun for the solar panels? How are they going to charge and make electric? It's like that like a lot of the year. It's like you get 2 months, maybe 3 months at a stretch if you're lucky with the summer. It's not enough sun to charge these solar panels, so they're just going to be sitting there idly where there should be cattle grazing the land. And that's why we import so much food, because the farmers are not producing because they're being screwed by the government. You've got these initiatives paying off the farmers to not grow food, and then the supermarkets are squeezing the farmers as well. That's why you should support supermarkets. Like, all they're doing is screwing everyone. They're screwing all the small businesses, and then what do you get in return? You get your club card. Oh yeah, you might make some savings, but they're charging you for a plastic bag. It's all bullshit. The plastic bag is not going to do hardly anything for the environment. It's not going to change anything. And then you've got self-service. So you're doing their job for them. They're making more profit, and you think they're passing the saving on to you. All they're doing is just opening the Tesco's every area in every town and city all around the UK, and then they've expanded out to Hungary and Poland and tried to get into America, but they've been unsuccessful. It's just, you're just helping them make more profit, and they're getting you to do more of the work. And why should you scan your own shopping and then have to scan your receipt so you can get outside the barrier like they do in Lidl? It's a joke. It's just, don't do it. Don't support your supermarkets. Go to your butchers. It might cost you a bit more, but you're getting so much better quality. The meat tastes much better. It's not all watery, and it's not on like tiny amounts. It's more tasty. And like when you buy eggs in the supermarket, they might be cheaper, but you go to your butchers, your eggs are a lot bigger and they taste better and they're better for you. You've got to stop supporting all these big businesses. And I want to get onto the pros and cons of cash and crypto and precious metals, because the thing is, we've got all these things happening. Like, we have these cyber attacks happening. So we've had it a few times this year and last year where the supermarkets couldn't accept card payments. So you're screwed, aren't you? Because if you've got no cash, how are you going to pay for your shopping when the system goes down? And this is additional to the airports and problems at the airports. Like, I remember August 2023, they turned off the navigation system, the NAT system, I think it's called, and all the flights are cancelled. So there's too much reliance on electrical technology. And yeah, getting back to payments, yeah, there's been problems like in Sainsbury's, problems with NatWest and Barclays and other banks. And then also you got bank branches shutting everywhere. So all the big four banks, I think apart from the fifth largest one, I can't remember the fourth or fifth largest, is Nationwide, which they're going to basically hold off for a couple of years before they start shutting loads of branches. But Lloyds, Barclays, HSBC, Santander don't have many branches anyway, but they're still shutting them. But yeah, Lloyds and Halifax as well, they're shutting loads of branches. So you don't really want to bank with these banks. Like, maybe you open an account with a co-op or Nationwide, because they're not serving you. If you got to go to another town, or you basically, they're only open set days of the week, well, you go to another bank which opens 5 days a week and offers you a better service. God, there's a lot of overgrowth here. The council have not been doing their job, even though they're collecting loads of council tax off the poor people, the normal British people, who keep getting extorted. They get extorted when they go to work. They lose 20% of their pay, as I have done. I'm not nothing special. I mean, I'm the same as everybody else. And then they extort you for collecting your bins was it, every 2 weeks if you're lucky, and then they want to reduce the service even more. Oh, look at those ducks. That's what I love about this area. Loads of lovely ducks. So this part of the river, there's no shopping trolleys, so that's good. So yeah, it's nice places like this. It's a shame like the rest of England don't look like this. There's a lot of housing developments and bloody supermarkets. It seems to be like this is like the British way of life now. Oh. Actually, it's not. That's the wrong word. It's not the British way of life. It's basically the system where they build loads of new housing, and then you have a Tesco's right next door to the housing development. So they say, oh, this helps the people and it supports the local people, but it's just supporting a big corporation which is just going to pay low wages and basically leave you to scan your shopping, because they shut all the tills because they make so much money they can't afford to put more people on tills, but they let you scan your own shopping and then pass through a barrier, scan your receipt, and then treat you like an idiot. Yeah, these places, and then you got all the other businesses like Greg's and Subway opening everywhere, and it's just basically, I'm not saying I'm totally against Greg's, but even when I had someone look into them the other day and they're saying the founder is a Freemason and then his son's been done for something to do with was it paedophilia? I can't remember what it was. It's the same as the Bernardo's founder. He was arrested on 78 attempted kidnapping charges, I think it was. Yeah, there's a lot of links between these charities, and not all of them, but these children's charities are a bit dodgy. Children in need, you know, with a bear with his one eye covered up, like it's so bad. What are they trying to tell you? And the BBC of all people, oh, Jimmy Savile and, oh God's sake. And then they got a statue of a naked boy outside their is it the building in by Oxford Street, not far from the Portuguese embassy? It's just off a side street off Oxford Street basically. I think it is that one. But yeah, it's all there for everyone to see. It's like these child grooming gangs, they never do anything about them because they say probably approve of what they're doing, I expect. But yeah, it just makes you laugh. Well, it's not funny actually, but it's a bit sick really. They allow these things to happen, but there you go. Yeah, sorry I got sidetracked. So yeah, cash is good. So let's get back onto the pros of cash. Okay, so cash is good because it's private. You can basically spend it where you want and they don't know anything about it. If you use a card for payments, they're going to know where you paid for your goods, like what the name of the business is, what the amount was, location. And it's bad for small businesses because they get charged for it, so that money just goes to the bank or MasterCard, Maestro. So yeah, Maestro sound old now. So it's normally Visa or MasterCard, so they're the two biggest ones, aren't they? Yeah, so they make money. They charge the company a set fee. I'm gonna stand there for a minute because it's starting to rain. Look at it. Oh, it's a shame. But still a nice view. But yeah, so cash, privacy. Also, you can. It's basically you can take it with you anywhere. Obviously, if you go abroad, sometimes they accept it, sometimes they don't. Like Albania, they take your pounds. I'm not saying every business would, but taxi would be quite happy to take euros instead of the Albanian lek. Dollars are quite acceptable in most places, but the fiat currency is a scam. But what do you do? Because it is supporting the central banking system, but it gives you privacy, so in a way you're using the system, but you're not fully letting the system take advantage of your currency. Because I can't say money, because it's not really money, because money is like gold and silver, it has real value, but the cash is just receipts. It's just like you see on a £20 note or a £10 note, promise to pay the bearer. It's just a promise. It's a promissory note or a receipt, because it goes back to the older days where the goldsmiths give you a receipt for holding your gold, and then you could reclaim your gold by handing in the receipt at the various different goldsmiths. And it's basically like what the Knights Templar had done before. There's like one of the first banking systems, or it might actually be the first banking system, I don't know. So yeah, gold and silver are good as well. Yeah, you should have a mixture of everything really. So cash, yeah, privacy. Also, yeah, forgetting privacy. Also, if there's any electrical issues, cyber attacks, it's basically can surpass that. It's not affected by anything like that. So yeah, you just got more privacy. You don't have to worry about EMP attacks, cyber attacks. But the only thing is, you can't take large amounts to other countries, and it's risky carrying it on you. So obviously, you don't want to carry a few £1,000s with you. You could get robbed, you could lose it, you know, there's all those different scenarios and dilemmas. So that brings me on to cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency, you could go for an airport, you could go to another country, and you could have like $1 million on you, $10 million, pounds, whatever, with no issues. But the only other issues are like cyber attacks. But then if you have a wallet, cold wallet, so that's your own personal electronic wallet. Sorry, I haven't got one with me to show you, but I think anybody in crypto will understand anyway. But basically it's just like a USB stick, and you can put your crypto on top of the inside it by sending it to the address on the crypto wallet, and you can hold your crypto there. So yeah, if there's any cyber attacks, they can't access it. The only issue would be if there was like an EMP attack, so that would take out all the electronics. And then if the platforms are hijacked, because you're going to need to basically swap it, exchange it on a platform, or swap it. I think atomic swap's supposed to be good, but say if the internet went down, how would you do that? I think the Bitcoin Lightning network works offline, and there might be a few other mechanisms which allow you to do that, but generally it'd be a lot harder to get your crypto off. And then you need to off ramp, which is basically get it exchanged for cash, and then bank it out, cash it out of the bank. So yeah, so the pros with crypto, you can send large amounts, you can take it across borders, there's no restrictions. And also, yeah, the other benefit is, like if you want to open an account, there's no credit checks. Most crypto exchanges will take you on. I mean, not take you on like you were an employee, but they'll let you open an account with no issues. That's what I like about crypto, because my credit's really bad. But I can get a debit card, I can open an account, I can send funds. There's some way they got the KYC, so you know your customer, and then also they got the flight plan, but basically they ask you what country the crypto is coming from and where it's coming from. But that's only on the centralized exchanges, so if you don't use them, it's not too bad. And don't forget as well, you don't want to get tax loads for cashing out your crypto, so use your dividend threshold, so your what they call it, your tax-free allowance, which I think in the UK is 3,000 at the moment. It's different rates for different countries. So UAE, I think it's 0%. Malta, I think 0% if you hold it for a year. The Isle of Man is 0%, but you need to be in the Isle of Man for 6 months as a resident, so a tax resident. So then you get the Isle of Man residency status. And then other jurisdictions, I think there's still ways you could do it. Portugal and Germany, but I think Germany you've got to be there at least a year or more. Puerto Rico I think is the best for the USA, but Canada, I'm not sure about Canada, but their capital gains, because that's what they normally tax you on, capital gains, is something like 66.6. It's like so satanic. So that's their capital gains. Serbia, Albania are quite low, at 15% I believe. Georgia, I can't remember, they're 15% or lower. Slovakia is supposed to be 7%. I think they're supposed to be lowering it to 5%, so that's something to keep on top of. Slovenia is supposed to be good as well. I want to move, but it's still raining, so yeah, cash is good for privacy. Yeah, cash is good, so any electrical faults, cyber attacks, EMPs, cash will work. Crypto is good for large amounts. Send what you want, go across borders, no banks unless you cash out, not as much interference and restrictions as there is in banking. And then let's touch on the silver and gold. So gold is great because it holds value, and throughout time gold has always been there. It has always been a reliable asset, and you can basically buy anything with gold. The only problem with gold, like silver, is the weight. So you can't carry large amounts across borders very easily, and you wouldn't want to take a few gold bars onto a plane because they're asked where it comes from, and then they say like, oh, you can only take this much in value, so it's not good in that sense. Silver is good, but silver, I find it takes a few years to make money on it, because basically you have to buy it and then there's VAT, and then you have to wait for the value to go up. But if you collect coins, if you can wait a few years, then they will go up in value. And silver is basically going to be used for a lot of electrical equipment, and with the electric cars and things like that. Even though I don't agree with electric cars, gold and silver is still going to play a big part in electronics, because it's got a lot of values in its conductiveness. And yeah, this rain's not going away, so I don't know if to walk quickly or I don't want to get the camera wet. I've got a waterproof cover, but it's too small with the speaker adapter on, so that's no good. What else can I cover, or wanted to cover, should I say? So yeah, I would say get a mixture of crypto, because crypto, you can make a lot of gains on crypto, and you can make a lot more money quicker than on silver and gold. And obviously it's a risk, it's going to go up and down, but it's like a house, isn't it? If you don't sell the house when the market's down, you're not going to lose the money. If you ride that roller coaster to the end till the right time, and then you're not going to make massive losses, and then you're going to make big gains. So same with Bitcoin, it's been a bit up and down, like especially the last couple of years. It's gone up, yeah, it's gone up a lot since Trump come into power, but then since he's, I think it was like 2 weeks into his presidency, like it just didn't do much then, and then the tariffs knocked it down again, and then there's some progress on the tariffs and it went up again. So I think the highest it's been is $112,000. So it seems to sit between $107,000 to $110,000 at the moment, roughly. Yeah, so Bitcoin I would say is probably the best one. I'm not sure about Ethereum. It's not getting its value back, it's not regaining its status, because it was, I think, like in pounds, I think it was £2,800 at its highest, and dollars I think it is 3,300 or 3,500, so it's not quite there. It's still got a lot of ground to cover. Solana is doing really well, but it's not been doing well the last few months, but it's growing slowly back to where it should be. Thing with Solana, there's a lot of meme coins on the Solana blockchain, so it's good for that. I'm going to risk it, walk a bit. Also, there's a few other good coins. There's Sui, which has had a lot of growth. So that's something like $3.50 now. So I was buying some and it was like just over $1 or £1. It's gone up quite a bit. So I'm keeping hold of that, keeping hold of my Solana and Sui. I got some Ethereum which I'm going to sell later. But yeah, Bitcoin, the only problem with Bitcoin though is it's traceable, so it's not decentralized as they claim. But if you want decentralized privacy coins, Monero is good, and Monero is doing really well at the moment. I think it's $400 for one Monero. And that's gone up quite a bit. It's nearly gone up like $200, because I think a year ago, a couple of years ago, it was like $200 and now it's 400. Also privacy, you've got Pirate Chain, which is supposed to be good. Dollar Vigilante promotes that token. I think the ticker is R. So, but yeah, have a look for it. It's not available on most exchanges. You've got Dash, which is being used quite a bit in America for payments. I'm not saying it's not like everywhere in the US, but I think mostly New England from the research I've done. Also, what else? You've got DigiByte, is one of the older ones. I think Dero is supposed to be really good, and there's some new ones as well. I think there's Monero, which is basically the Monero technology, but it's a different spin on it. So yeah, yeah, I would hold a bit of everything. Cash, it's no point. I suppose you could have some cash at home, but the thing is, if you get cash, it's going to obviously go down in value. So with inflation, it becomes worth less. So yeah, and that's another thing. If you do have any bank accounts or building societies we have in the UK, I don't know what equivalent is in America. I know we both have credit unions, but credit unions are not very good for interest. But yeah, if inflation is a certain amount, at least make sure. So let's say inflation is 3%. At least make sure you have a bank account which is 6% if you can, which you could get in the UK. I'm not sure about the US. And some countries like Japan, it's really bad. It's like 0% here now. Or it is 0%. Thailand is like 0.5% interest or 1%, so it's not very good there either. But it's easier to bank if you do have an account. Well, it's easier to make payments, and you don't pay the fees when you go to an ATM then. You could just send it from your Revolut account. That's why I like Revolut, because you could buy crypto, you could pay for most things and you don't get any questions. But a lot of UK banks like Santander, they always ask loads of questions and it's really annoying. But I thought it'd be useful because Santander gives you free withdrawals in Latin America and Spain. So I don't know if I head that way, but at the moment I'm thinking about visiting Europe again, but not sure when. But yeah, I hope to do some more videos abroad, because so far I've done Albania, which I'd like to go back there. I want to go to Serbia as well. I'm thinking about going to Liverpool, which is basically next to Liberland, which is a new country they're trying to start between Croatia and Serbia. So yeah, that'd be interesting. There's a few good speakers I'd like to listen to and meet from the Awake community, and more anarchist, but in the good way, not the ones you see on the media where they say like, oh, they're just smashing everything up. It just basically means you don't want government. And narco-capitalist means you can do business without all the government involvement, and you've got freedom to do business how you want. and whatever exchange you want to do it in. Oh yeah, got some more duckies again. They're lovely duckies. They're such lovely creatures. I love animals. I don't know about you lot. I hope you love animals. I mean, each got their favourites. Some like cats, some like dogs. But yeah, that's how it should be. It's like they're saying in England, like some areas you just don't hear the birds anymore. We lost a lot of wildlife. But yeah, that's a better life, you see. No worries, no extortion, no bullshit with the police and the councils bugging them and pestering them. Like, what are you doing? Oh, you can't park here. Oh, you can't build a house here. You can't build an extension. You need to ask permission. But yeah, that's why I want to see the councils abolished. I really believe we need to start somewhere, because I think loads of people are trying different things. So I don't think the protests work. I think all you're doing is just you're talking into the air and hardly anybody's taking notice. And then the media, oh, getting under a minute, the media basically say you're far right conspiracy theorists and anti-vaxxers and racists and whatever label they want to hit you with, the verbal fascist acts. So yeah, it's not effective. I think everyone should make videos like this. Like, I got my inspiration from Max Egan from Crow House, because he was saying about we all need to make videos and we all need to like speak truth, wake people up, make people aware of what's going on, and that's why I want to do it. I think this is far more important than working in the job. I am still working, which I don't like. I don't want to support the system in any way. I'm trying to work out ways to get out of working. I don't work loads of hours anymore, so I've done that in the past. I've worked loads of hours and it's just basically running uphill, because you do loads of hours and then you'll get tax loads and you lose, like say if you've worked your days off every week for a month and you've done 6 days a week every week or 7 days a week, you probably lose like 3 days or 4 days of what you've done just in tax. They just take it off you. It's such an unfair system, and you work hard, you pay more taxes, and if you're lucky enough to get your state pension, you're still not going to get any more. You're still going to get the same, and that's if you even get it. Like all the young people now, there's no chance. I don't think I'll get my state pension, because I think they're just going to bankrupt the country and they're just going to overspend, and we're like second-class citizens. It's crazy. You could be born somewhere, part of the country, DNA-wise, ancestry, you've served here, you've done, like, not served in the army, but you served the country, like you've worked and you've done things for people here, you've done a lot of things to help the system, to help the country work, but then you get screwed for it. It's like, it's just crazy. And then you got Indian workers. Yeah, the Indians are nice people. I'm not saying anything bad about them in that sense, but they're not going to pay any national insurance. And then you've got a youth mobility scheme, which is going to bring loads of youth from Europe. So that's going to be more competition for jobs. Because are they going to employ British workers? Because if you have someone from Poland, and I like Polish, I'm not slagging off Polish, but I mean, if you have a young kid from Poland, are they more likely to employ them? Because they know they're going to work more hours, they know they're going to work longer. I'm not saying it's the case no more, because Poland's got a lot better now, so there's more people gone back home because the wages have gone up. Plus it's safer, it's a nicer environment, it's more a traditional country, and this country is just being destroyed. Not just in society, but businesses, the economy, the values, morality, everything is being destroyed in the UK, as it is in Canada and Australia and America. And Ireland, especially, Ireland's getting bad. There's like young girls are 15 and just 16, 17, and they feel unsafe. They're there to get their mum to drive them to wherever they need to go, because it's just unsafe. you've got these military-aged men hanging about everywhere, and Sweden, there's a lot of issues there, and Germany, there's a lot of issues in France, and there's a lot of women wearing baggy clothes now. They don't want to show their body. So they see women in the gym and they're like, yeah, they're safe around British people, but they're not safe around these men. It's just crazy. It's like, how have they allowed this to happen? And the people allowed it to happen, because we have to blame ourselves as well. But what can you do? Because, like, yeah, I've suggested you don't vote. You can cancel your TV license. But if you rise up and you say too much, the police will come for you. You'll be targeted. You'll be labelled. But what we got to do is make everyone aware and stick together, network, and make sure everybody knows about this. Make sure everybody's informed about what's going on, and then we can make real changes. But we have to stop supporting the systems. We need to become more independent as well. I think we could set up our own marketplace. I think we could trade amongst ourselves. And I'm not saying we can do this overnight and it's easy, but there's a lot of things we can do. So, like, first, if we're struggling money-wise, let's cut out things. Do we need to go to the cinema all the time? Do we need to, like, buy brand new clothes, or do we need to buy expensive clothes? Like, that's the thing. And this materialism is a big problem of our financial situation. So instead of buying expensive clothes, just go in Primark or H&M and buy some cheaper ones. Yeah, and I know it's a big company, but it's still better in the sense that you'll save more money. And when you go out, have a drink before you go out, or cut down drinking. Because I'm going off drink, I think, because I'm just not enjoying it. Like, I had a Guinness the other day. It was okay, but it didn't taste as good as it normally does. And I had a Peroni that didn't taste very good. And I think my body's sort of like rejecting it. I don't know if my body's getting more awake to the poison, like my friend said the other day. Yeah, because as you go into things more and more, as you start changing your habits, like I drink distilled water, and I hope a lot of you stop drinking the tap water, because it's fluoride in a lot of areas, like especially in East Midlands. Bristol water is really bad. There's a lot of toxic stuff in there. There's like arsenic, there's bloody lead and other crap. And like most water in the UK, it's got something in it which shouldn't be in there. So yeah, try and get a distiller. They get a distiller for £50, £60 off eBay. Stop using foil when you're cooking, because that's neurotoxins. Because any metal shouldn't be entering your body. Like, that's the same with oils. Don't use rapeseed oil, don't use vegetable oil, or use coconut oil, or use animal fats. Use lard is probably better. Don't use fluoride in your toothpaste. You've got to stop putting this stuff in your body. Stop watching loads of TV, switch the TV off, watch YouTube or Rumble instead. I know they're like big corporations, but it's still better than watching the BBC or CNN or RTE in Ireland and all the other mainstream programs, channels. Because you've got to look at the magic as well. It's all in there. Like channel, you're channeling the message. Broadcasting, they're broadcasting spells on you. And then all the other stuff, isn't it? Like, they're programming you like you program a computer. It's like EastEnders. That's like, if you're from outside the UK, you might not know of it, but basically it's trying to get people thinking how people should live. So basically it's a soap, which we say in the UK. I don't know if other countries say soap, but it's like in Australia you got Home and Away and Neighbours, and it's just basically the same crap all the time. Someone gets killed at Christmas, they're always cheating on each other. It's basically, there's a backstabbing. But people think that's how you should have a relationship, and they think that's how life should be. And it's like, it's just a load of bullshit. It's like they're always in the laundry. It's like nobody's got money to keep going in the laundry all the time. It's cheaper to buy a washing machine. it's just complete bollocks. And it's not even entertaining. The acting's crap. But yeah, it's the same as Coronation Street and Emmerdale. So Emmerdale has always crime, and it's supposed to be a little village. It's just nonsense. It's not even like Yorkshire anyway. It's like, yeah, I know it's filmed in Yorkshire, but Yorkshire people are not like that. And Coronation Street, yeah, it's a load of crap as well. But yeah, try and unplug from certain things. Like I know I need to make loads of changes myself. There's loads of things I need to do. I'm working on trying to improve my sleeping and trying to cut down on coffee and trying to eat better. Like I stop eating cereal, I eat Greek yogurt instead. And I find that I don't get indigestion as much, and I don't get the bloatiness like you do with bread. I mean, I am eating bread at the moment. I have like a week or two where I go back on bread, but then I stop eating it after a while. But yeah, I don't have any cereal anymore. I stopped doing that. I eat meat most days, so I eat a lot of pork, and I know pork's good and bad, but I'd rather eat that than a ready meal and processed food, because processed food is so much crap in it, and that's where we get all our issues from, health-wise. So much crap in it, and it's really bad for you. So I do eat it now and again. Sometimes I buy stuff in Iceland, but I don't eat it a lot. But yeah, that's I do for that. Yeah, and what is it with every bank holiday? You can't say the weather's not modified. It's like we have every bank holiday in England. In the UK, it's like it's always raining. It's like Easter, the weather's always bad, and the bank holidays in May and August is normally better, but yeah, we always get these dark skies, grey clouds. Not so many grey clouds now. There was before I come out, but not now. So yeah, just another thing to knock us down, isn't it? We can't have anybody enjoying the sunshine, so let's make it rain. Some of you not believe me, but they do have weapons. They used them in Vietnam because they wanted to basically rain out the Viet Cong. It's just crazy because who funded the Viet Cong? They was funded from Wall Street in part. Yeah, if you want to look into that, listen to Andy Sutton. He'd done an interview years ago. I think it was in, I can't remember if it's 1980. Well, that's when they broadcast it. Yeah, I think it was 1980 because it's in colour, so it couldn't be 1960s because that would be black and white. But basically, he talks about Wall Street funded Hitler and the Bolsheviks in Russia. So when they overthrew the Tsars in the Russian royal family, they were all funded from Wall Street in New York, and Hitler was funded from Wall Street, and it's all funded by the Warburg brothers, one of them, because one brother's in America and the other brother's in Germany. So one worked for the German government and one worked for the American government, or US government. And I think Schroeder Bank was Hitler's personal bank account. But yeah, you see with his cross his black cross, and the Teutonic Order, and then you've got the Teutonic Plague, and then it's an arm of the, what do they call it, the Knights. So there's the Knights Templar, which is the Red Cross, Knights of Malta, the Royal Connections. Some of these people are related and they're in the same club. So yeah, I think I'll leave it there. Hope you're enjoying these videos. Please like and subscribe. Please share. I'm trying to grow these channels on all the platforms. So I'm on BitChute, Odyssey, Rumble and YouTube, because YouTube I haven't got hardly any followers yet, or Odyssey. Rumble's doing well. BitChute's doing the most successful, but then I've got the most videos on there. If you're in the UK, use the VPN. There's loads of free VPNs to access BitChute. Keep using it, because I don't like this online safety bill working in the UK government. Keir Starmer getting what he wants. These people are scum. You need to break this system, and we need to get rid of this system. So don't support it in any way if you can help it. I know some of you might be in the system, like with your employer or certain other parts of it, but yeah, try and get out of it if you can. Work your way towards it. There's loads of videos on financial stuff like passive income and ways you can save money, and you can cut things out, make changes. Do you really need to pay for that? Do you need to live in that area? Like in the cities, they're so expensive, so think about moving to a smaller town, maybe another area, because you might get less pay, but then you'll be happier and you won't be paying as much. Because you've got people in London and they're just living to pay the rent, and it's like, what is the point of living somewhere? It's like New York. What is the point of living there if you don't have money to spend there? It's like, you're not enjoying yourself, are you? And you're just being extorted for living somewhere which isn't even that great. There's like loads of crime, the people are miserable, you don't feel safe. So you're better off living elsewhere, but it's up to you what you do. I'm just saying, I moved out of the city to a smaller town and I'm happier. I mean, it does have its cons sometimes, but there's more pros than cons, so yeah, it's up to you. But have a think about it, and with everything what's happening, you will eventually want to get out of the cities, so it's going to get more dystopian. It's going to be more technical. Oh sorry, let me jump. But yeah, think about it and make plans for it. And even the UK, I think I want to leave the UK. I just don't see any future here, because it's all falling apart. Like the NHS is free and it's supposed to be great, but then you can't get an appointment, and you're waiting years and years to get an appointment. You wait ages to get a GP appointment. The police don't come when you call them, or they're only interested in woke crimes, or not even crimes, or they're more interested in illegals than they are actual people who are born here and grew up here and live here and been here and contribute to society. And then you've got the legal system, which is two-tier now as well, the same as the police. Because if you're white and British, they give you a harsher sentence than they will to the illegal and to the newcomer. So with that shit, who wants to stay here and who wants to fight for this country here? It's like they're selling us out, they're making our conditions in our life and our welfare worse, so why would we want to fight for these people? And what are you fighting for? You're not fighting for this country, you're fighting for the bankers. They can't force you to do anything. You don't have to vote, you don't have to do a lot of things, just don't do it. They can't stop you. Anyway, I hope you find the information really good, and take care and be safe, and all the best. See you next time.